I should be back. Just start up the game again so we get the intro. Good. That way Twitch will split the water up. So the last part will be the last part of Sack McCracken, and this will be the first part of Future Wars. Good. Good, good, good. Thanks. Welcome back to you guys as well. Towards time travelers. You're standing in a cradle, perched on top of a skyscraper. Muffled traffic noises reach your ears as you work energetically at what is, believe it or not, your full-time job. Here's Ed, the boss. He snugly watches his employee hard at work, but you know from experience that when he has that look on his face, things are going to get tough for you before long. Oops. A list of invectives that Ed hurls at you would be too long to quote here. You decide to sit back and let the storm pass. That was a nasty moment. Okay. Now this is a very early adventure game. It was released for the Amiga, the Atari ST, MS-DOS, and the PC-98 and X68000, or in Japan in 1989. I think this is actually the first adventure game I ever saw on the Amiga. There was a friend of mine who was playing this game. I've never played it. So it's from a similar era as what happened with the display here. It's from a similar era as the games we've been playing, both Sack McCracken and Maniac Mansion. Something happened with the HDMI output here. Might as well just do a power cycle here, then a power off. Sometimes happens if something hits the cable, it's like the switch becomes dislodged. Doesn't switch over. Okay, I don't think it matters if you jinx it or not. Switch back now. At least I think it did. Yeah, that hasn't happened on this stream ever, but I think with dealing with this retro hardware is it of course is moody, so sometimes things just don't work as expected. It's at least booting now. What sort of you have the A1200, right? Planning to use the composite out. Hey there, Amiga Toronto Gamer. We finished our good friend Maniac Mansion.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host the show.
Hey, listen,
Okay,
thanks for the host. I hit something when I was getting the keyboard. Yeah, Future Wars Part 1. We picked it from the wheel. Let's see if we can actually get somewhere without crushing something. No, I saw bits of this being played 30 years ago. I doubt I remember very much of it. I seriously doubt I remember any of it. I barely remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, so I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, I don't. That's how I got through SAC and yeah, we were here, but in this nice little cradle, trying to clean the windows of this skyscraper. Let's add our boss. He likes to look at people actually doing hard labor. Of course, we accidentally spilled the bucket. I don't think we have a choice there. I think that's something that always happens. Here we are. This is not so much a, perhaps not so much a point and click as it is a examine scaffolding. There's a control box in the cradle. You notice 2 buttons on the box. Okay. And a bucket of water stands on the floor of the platform. It's empty. Can we take this bucket? So we pick up the bucket. That's nice. Now we have a nice empty bucket. I don't think we can do anything much with this sign over here. We can definitely use these controls. Which is probably the operate. Come a little closer, they say. We go up a little bit. I noticed that he left the window slightly ajar here. I suppose we could sneak in. Probably be a good idea to figure out how to save here before moving much further. Ah, yes. Both buttons. Save game. Backup name. 1. Now, one of the weirdnesses with WHD load is that it completely takes over the Amiga. So when you need to access the disk, the operating system, it needs to basically flash back and forth between the game and the Amiga. That's why you get these glitches when you first save or when you do disk access to the operating system. It freaked us out when we were playing Might and Magic 3 for the first time, because it needs to create the save file, and there's at least a minute of these flashes because it's a decently large file that it creates. So we thought the game was broken, but it was in fact not. Examine ourselves here. Hey, that's me. With self-examination. No, it's actually quite a while. It's like it at least a minute of blinking. There is a half-open window. Okay, so if we operate the window, I suppose we can open it. Okay, it's opening. Climb over the window sill and cautiously enter the building. Yeah, of course. There's a large red plastic bag in the waste paper basket. We'll pilfer that. You never know what you might need. The basket is empty. I doubt we can take that. Besides, take that as a band. We don't want them with us. I think actually what I did, I think we cut, I think I cut the start of the stream. I think I edited it out, so it basically it starts with it starts when we finally figured out the Amiga version and got it running. So we cut out all the I cut out all the earlier bits. It's a pot plant, but when you examine it closely, you realize that it's made of plastic. Of course it is. Doesn't need a potted plant. Also 3 chairs here. You have better things to do than sit down, apparently. Doubt he wants to take the chairs. Nope. And there's a bathroom here, which I suppose we can access. Yes. Doesn't seem to be locked. Operate. A canister of insecticide. We'll take that. Where is it? There it is. Insecticide. Nice. Anything else in here? This game is one of the games that is notorious for pixel hunting, so that's sort of fun. But on the happier side, it does have something that the very early LucasArts games did not have, which is you don't need to actually click the part of the screen that you want to examine, which is quite a bit nicer. White ceramic sink. Can't do anything with the faucet, it seems. Let's look at ourselves in the mirror here. Doesn't work. How does it not work? Is the mirror broken? How is a mirror broken? Is it a little bit okay? It is maybe a little bit too narrow. I didn't notice that. Sorry. I'll fix that. Extending slightly down below. I'm cropping the bottom here a little bit. That's probably too much. That's probably about it. Yeah. Now you can at least see it, or sort of not see it because I'm sort of in the way, but yeah, it's also very bright. I could fix that a little bit by adjusting this. Down a few notches. It's always a little bit too bright on the capture. For some games that I still need to adjust it upwards. Sort of depends a little bit on the game. It's pretty similar now, both of the capture and the on the screen. Maybe a little bit darker on the capture. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So what worked for Zack doesn't obviously work very well for this game. There's nothing else up here. Nothing else on the floor. Suppose we can operate this door. There is something on the floor over there. Little flag. It's a little red flag. You pick it up and put it in your pocket. Okay. Doesn't seem we can examine much of what is in here. No, I don't think that serves much of a purpose. Might save at this exact moment in time. And then there are obviously two doors here. That's the boss. Ouch, the boss. He doesn't look as though he appreciates your escapade. You get a nasty feeling in the pit of your stomach and think you might be better off going back to work. You can feel something underneath his feet. That's little key has slid under the carpet. Pick it up. Of course it has. Okay, that's the boss. We don't want to go back there. It's So no, a little background music. Let's open this door. Come closer. We are basically standing in the door. Okay, so basically we can't. Yeah, thanks for coming in for the 8K RAM. And you enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you later. Okay, we're pretty much done with this, I assume. We leave the room again via the window, and then I suppose we head down here again. And descend. And probably again. Okay, this is as far as it goes. Okay. We're obviously not supposed to go down here again, at least. What do we have here in the inventory? We have this bucket. Fill the bucket with water. Can we place the bucket on the door? That is a classic trick. Okay, you place the bucket of water on the half-open door, clicking to yourself in advance at the great joke you're playing. Little things, please little minds. Then of course we use this door, and then the boss will come running. Okay, we can go in here now. This is no time to hang around. You rush out of the room before your boss can find out who's responsible for this pathetic practical joke. Serves him right. We close the door. Yes, we can. We're in an office. And we take this chair. Okay, so we can't reach these. Library is full of books. You open one at random. It's covered with figures and symbols, which you try in vain to decipher.
Changes the situation. Transition is psychological. It's not the event outside us that make the transition. It's the inner orientation and meaning redefinition we make to incorporate those changes. Transitions are times of crossing or traveling from something old and familiar to something new and unfamiliar.
Doesn't want to take any of the books.
Has not
This cupboard is locked. I suppose they all are. We do have a key. Typewriter. It's heavy, he says. I'm surprised he doesn't just put the typewriter in his pocket. So this particular key doesn't unlock all of them, at least. Well, these two do not open using this same key. Now, a large military map. Obviously missing this little... You placed a little flag in the hole. Was missing the little red flag over there. So we placed it, placed the little flag that we found in the toilet there. You placed a little flag in the hole, suddenly a secret passage. Okay. So, finish checking out this room first. The two drawers in this desk here that we haven't examined yet. Sheaf of blank paper. Like that. This one is empty. Want to be absolutely sure that I opened both of them. This one is empty. Both empty. What did they say? You don't think we've played the same trick on you twice, do you? Yes, I do, actually. I do think you would do exactly that. What's here? Inside the secret passage, and you're feverishly curious. You glance automatically at the strange architecture of the walls and ceiling, which, just a moment, is getting lower. It's an elevator. And we're dead. Been squashed to pieces. Okay. Guess we need to do some of this stuff again. Use the empty bucket on the sink. At some point, Adventure Games figured out that you don't really want to get closer. A good joke. Okay. We use the key on this cupboard. And we use the key on this cupboard as well. That's where we found the typewriter, and then we open the drawer in the desk. There's a blank piece of paper in there. Then we examine the map. We use the little flag there, the little hole in the map. Yeah, that's just our good friend Pretzel playing in the background. On the ambient channel, it's not actually the music in the game. I like to have a little bit of some sort of background music, so if the game doesn't have background music, I'll no, this is Pretzel. It's a combination of calming tunes. I like to have them in the background, at least have some sort of background music so it isn't quiet. Yeah, it is. It's a good selection of songs. Okay, we probably should save here. So what is it that we... This work can only be understood by its author. Let's suppose you're trying and let's mention it again. You sort of have to remember this is a French game. I'll probably bump into that a few times. But we can't open this cupboard with this key. I have no idea what to do with this typewriter either. I also have no idea what we're supposed to do in that of here. That went well. What else is in here? There's the keypad. Nothing else. So what, we need to know the combination of the keypad to be able to probably So we can't reach the ones up here. I just tried speaking to the door. I guess that does not work very well. We couldn't possibly be closer to the door. We're basically standing in it. Okay, so we're out. Not the right one. In any case, the door doesn't seem to be locked. Yet when we try to open it, it says it's locked. No, I don't think I have, Eva. There is a small ribbon cartridge in the typewriter. On examining it, you notice that a series of digits has been typed 40315. No, I haven't seen. I didn't see V, no. Should I? We do like the 80s. So we probably need to type 4315 on this keypad. Four, 0, 3, 1. It's fast. It is fast. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. Probably wasn't shown here. This is basically needs to happen very quickly. We're dead. Phew, it's the right code. Yes, it is. The ceiling has stopped moving and the door opens. Where are we now? Somewhere new. Let's save. I love that you have to confirm with the keyboard and then you have to confirm again with the mouse, just in case you changed your mind in the middle of the save. Okay, so we can't go back. We're in some sort of control room. Lots of things happening in here. Not a lot of things we can actually examine though. You can't interact with any of this stuff, it's just some sort of display on this machine. There's a machine here, it's a piece of equipment, looks a bit like a photocopier. You wonder what it could be used for. There's a small opening at the front of the machine and two buttons on the top panel. Think about that to swallow a cat. There was an old lady who swallowed a cat. Think about that to swallow a cat. She nearly died. You could. Okay. The little opening is about 20 centimeters wide. To what? It takes a piece of paper. Look here, please. Use sheet of paper on opening. Come closer, they say. Use sheet of paper on machine. You insert a sheet of paper into the slot. The machine immediately swallows it up. Okay. There's a red button and there's a green button. Which button do we press? operate the red one first, see what it does. We just managed to set off the alarm. Unfortunately, this is where your adventure ends. Curiosity is a serious vice, which has cost you dearly. We died. Get here. Stand here. Use. Receive. Opening. Let us try the green button next. You press the green button, apparently nothing happens except that the machine is now emitting a faint humming noise. Suppose that means it's on. We then press the red button. So we activated the, I suppose the green button activates the teleport and the red button activates the photocopier. So before the security police were able to grab us, we teleported out of the room by sheer accident. So we have that going for us. A termite walks into a bar and asks, "Is the bartender here?" It's guess the termite likes a little tender bar. Why you do this to yourself? I don't know. These are optional. No one is. You have to manually call this out. It's like it's not sufficient to have my bad jokes. You need to add more. I missed that little blurb. We should go read it. We'll do this again. At least we know how to do it now. First we put the paper here in the slot. Walking in this game is a little awkward. You need to sort of be in exactly the right spot. And we operate the little green button. I suppose that turns on the teleport. And we operate the red one. Take this sheaf of paper. Get out of here. It's a swamp. You ask yourself how you managed to get to this gloomy, damp place. The muddy ground sinks slightly under your feet. A few rays of sunlight, which filter with difficulty through the lush vegetation, suffuses it with dim light, which produces a strange, suffocating feeling. You take a deep breath and decide to forget for the moment what's on your mind. This is where we turn down the game volume. A bunch of buzzing bees. Go ahead, make my day. I suppose we need to be a little bit careful where we walk here. There are mosquitoes here and they look pretty aggressive. Mind you, don't get stung. We do have the insecticide. I suppose I think the mosquitoes got a better view next time. Try to be more careful. Yeah, you need to be close enough to be able to use it, but not quite that close. Yeah, and I'm right. If you don't walk exactly on the green path, you sink into the swamp. This game is very anxious to try to kill you in every possible way. We'll walk a little bit closer. Great initiative. You open the canister of insecticide and lavishly spray everything in your immediate vicinity. The mosquitoes won't be around for long. No, indeed won't. Oops. This is a dumb system. But it sort of works anyway. What's this? This does look like something, but apparently it isn't anything. What we're supposed to do here is try to make our way out of this screen. What was that? Something, a glint of light at the bottom there. My doctor told me that I have hypochondria. I said, oh no, not that as well. Is that Brumhata? Welcome in. Pick it up. What exactly is this? Some sort of pendant. If you like Pokemon, you should definitely go give Brumhatter a follow. Plays a lot of Pokemon on his channel. Okay, this is a much more quiet and a nice little nature scene. Some pretty nice pixel art in this game. Yeah, I'll try to find it somewhere. The sad thing about a lot of the 80s stuff is that it's nowhere available. And, the streaming choices that we have here in Iceland, I can get Netflix and Amazon Prime and whatnot, but they don't always have the same content as they do in the UK and the US, so sometimes I just have no way of watching some of this stuff. And sometimes you do get lucky and it's on YouTube or something like that. No, It's not yet, at least. I think HBO Max is coming sometime before Christmas. At the moment, there is no HBO. In general, I think that the older stuff, particularly the 80s stuff, is pretty much out of reach on a lot of the streaming media. It seems that the rights to that stuff are lost in space somewhere. So we can there are bushes consisting of little wild shrubs. This tree is at least 20 meters high. The amount of earth is covered with moss. A tree going by the lakeside. A branch here. Why would it tell us that the branch looks solid? Stand for a few moments looking at the scene as the ripples gradually die away and reflection stands on the water. Yeah, it's a very scenic location. Undoubtedly supposed to do something with that branch at some point or another. It's a village right in front of you. The imposing pile of an ancient castle. Two monks are staring at you curiously, and then with open hostility. Spy and spy. Even before you've had time to be aware of it, the monks attack you and beat you up. Everything around you seems to go dark and you fall into a deep sleep forever. I think we died. Pretty sure we died. Okay. That's obviously not what we're supposed to do. What are we supposed to do here? Okay, so we obviously can't go to the village. That's bad. You fill the plastic bag with water. You now have a bag which is full but with leaks. Are we supposed to... Are we supposed to... We really don't have the time to do it, I think. Yeah, good night, Eva. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the lurk as well. Thanks for moderating. Sleep well. Have an excellent rest of the night. Are we supposed to... There's absolutely no way we can yeah, good night, Sinlo. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the host as well. Sleep well. A good rest of the night. Are we supposed to try to drop this bag on their head? I don't see how that would really help us. Doesn't at least seem to work on anything here. No, it doesn't work. I tried clicking him with the bag. That still doesn't work. That's obviously not what we're supposed to do. Yeah, good night, Gleaser. Thanks for coming. You have a good rest of the night. At Shadai. Yeah. Trailer counter on Friday, Gleaser. And then Shelter Saturday on Saturday, and Darkest Dungeon on Sunday. Plenty of streams remaining this week. Doesn't feel like going back into the swamp. Oh. Okay, good, Gleaser. See you there. Is there something else in here that we might potentially have missed? I think he literally does not want to go back into the swamp. I think he will refuse to budge from here. Which would suggest there's no other way out of this. Okay. All we really have is this plastic bag. We can fill the bag in the lake. Then what? Maybe you should try speaking to the monks. Just don't really have the time to do so. Maybe if I bring up the speech menu before we go in there. No. Does not really seem to be an option. This is just a tree. And there's the branch. These bushes, which are all the same. Can we go up here? An exit out of it this way. No. There's an exit over here as well. No. Definitely not go back to the swamp. So I'm very adamant about that. Pendant didn't work at least. The bag full of water did not work. How could it? You can't go back and forth, but you just have very limited time to operate. My voice might give me away. Okay. Doesn't want to talk to them. No, they're pretty hostile, I'd say. The time you have to do this is very, very limited. You can barely even catch what it is that they say. But, one thing is for sure that the bag does not work, so that's definitely not what we're supposed to be using, which leaves the key. I used to want to be a monk, but never got a chance. Yeah. Don't know if I actually was able to do that. No, okay, that doesn't work. The pendant doesn't work either. I would think the pendant might at least work. It seems that we can't really combine items in the inventory either. Using one item with another does not seem to be an actual option, which I suppose simplifies things a bit, but it also reduces the possible things that we might be able to do here. Somewhat at a loss here. At least we're able to walk away, but that's pretty much it. There's something here that we didn't see. Something at the foot of the tree here. Get here. There's a little hole at the foot of the tree. You search inside it and find a rope. You take it. Okay. Supposed to use the rope on a branch. Use the rope to pull yourself up on the branch and make yourself comfortable. Time passes. Yeah, there's a bit of that in all of these games. Guess we're taking a nice little kipper up on the branch. Just as you were about to doze off. You hear a loud plop. A stranger has just dived naked into the lake. You decide to come down from your perch. Yeah, we're gonna borrow her clothes here. Couldn't possibly be closer. Obviously. How could we be closer? It's very fiddly. This game could drive you mad with this.
Wow. I hope you had a nice weekend.
Hey there guys, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, Venomon, and thanks for the follow, you Rage Quit Loser, and thanks for the huge raid, Ash. Welcome in, guys, from Ash's channel. I'm Siribit. I'm stream here Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 2200 UTC. Mostly adventure games and role-playing games on both the Amiga and MS-DOS. Right now we're playing Future Wars, pretty early Delphine adventure game. Delphine was and is a French company, and they made this game back in '89 for the Amiga. One of their first forays into adventure games. Then they made thanks for the follow, Caffeine Daydream. Then they made Operation Stealth and a game that is perhaps better known, which is Cruise for a Corpse, which is a murder mystery that takes place on a boat. This is a futuristic adventure takes place sometime in the distant future. And this is our main hero here. We just started. This is part 1, and we're on the early screens of the game. We were enjoying a nice little nap here up on the branch, and we saw a lady diving into the lake. And we're going to attempt to borrow her clothes so we can sneak into town. We already tried sneaking into town before, but the monks caught us on the way in and did us in, so now we have both our slacks and the tunic. So we'll give our hero a minute to slip into her clothes. I'm from Iceland, actually. What's got up? Welcome in. You recognize the accent, perhaps? I think this is a good point to save. This is one of the games where you die very suddenly, and very quickly you have pretty much no saying in it. So saving often is a key. Hey there, As. Thanks a lot for the huge raid. Did you guys have fun? I knew we were doing a stream together, but it was basically at the start of my own stream. Now, previously when we tried to enter this screen, there were a pair of monks standing here that basically just chopped us down. Now we can go further. Thanks for the follow, Valiant427. Now this is a true point and click. It's not a game that you have to write text into to examine and so on. So, it's at least at that point, and it has pretty nice pixel art. It's a cinematic sort of game. But it also involves a lot of pixel hunting, so you have to be very diligent in moving your mouse to pretty much every possible pixel on the screen to find various hidden things. Smoke curls gently scavenge from the stone chimney. This is an inn. Some hens over there. 3 hens having a feast. Nothing seemingly much of interest other than the screen. And of course this guard there, a soldier armed with a lance, guards the drawbridge. Okay. Doesn't seem to be locked. Let's see if we can get in here. And we can. There's not a lot of music in the game, so I have some background music playing as well. More in the way of sound effects. There isn't music in, it's almost no music. There's the occasional screen which has music in it. A man standing next to one of the tables seems to be the innkeeper. He listens to the conversation with interest. hearth over there. Customers at the inn are chatting in low voices. You're unable to hear their conversation clearly. Something else here on the desk. No. A log fire crackles in the hearth. See if we can speak to the innkeeper. You talk to the innkeeper. What is you very hail stranger? You got the money to pay. You're welcome. You're welcome here. If not, be off with you. Yeah. A wall of silence. You have absolutely nothing except this pendant that we found in the swamp. Pretty much the only thing of actual value that we could have. I doubt he wants any of that. Okay. Might come back here. And we, I can't see myself going around with a hen, he said when we tried to pick it up. I guess he has a point. But, you never know with these kinds of games, and at some point LucasArts made that kind of redundant in games like Monkey Island, where you were able to take things that would definitely never fit into a pocket and just stuff them in your coat. So, they sort of raised the expectation as to what you could possibly pick up in a game like this. Halts at the guard. You try and talk to the guard, but you encounter a cold silence. Show the pendant to the guard. He examines it carefully and says to you, "That's a real nice trinket. Yeah, sir. My master would like to see it, I'm sure." Okay, come back later. My master gets back. I'll talk to him about it. Okay. That's something. We'll take any progress we see. One thing we could try doing here is let's save the game here. And we have this lovely plastic bag that we can go fill in the lake. Does leak, but yes, that just means that we have to hurry a bit. Get here. I was thinking we might be able to splash the water on the hearth, but I don't think we can. Because we can't get close enough to it. I don't think we can actually do anything with it. Okay, So much for that idea. You can't put the hands in the plastic bag, but that was an idea at least. We can, however, walk further here into the forest again. Inspect the ground carefully, there's nothing. An old tree stands in the middle of a clearing. You wonder how on earth this cassock got there. There's a monk's habit up there in the tree. If only I'd eaten my greens when I was a kid. Can't climb it. I wonder if we can go pick up the rope that we used earlier. And, use it there. Where is the rope gone? I guess the rope is gone. I suppose we were only able to use it at one time to climb the tree. Yeah, so be it. Okay. Carefully survey the entire screen, see if we can find something we might be missing here. Pretty sure there's no other exit out of this screen. You can only just go back. shake the tree and something falls from the cassock. Interesting. Is it there somewhere? At the foot of the tree you find a silver coin. You take it. Of course we take it. Hey there, brother Bill, welcome in. Yeah, welcome back, Ash. This is yeah, I'm good. How are you? Thanks again for the raid. We just started this one. We finished Maniac Mansion earlier. Took like 5 minutes. I guess I was just tired at the end of last stream. I tried one thing and it worked and we finished it. So in reality, we probably should have finished it last time, but yeah, there's more than a few pretty complicated puzzles in it, and the puzzles also depend on which kit you select and which combination of kits as well. There are some kits that are capable of doing some tasks in the game, so the ending isn't always the same, and there isn't a linear way to necessarily solve the puzzles either. So it's a very interesting game in that sense. You have multiple different ways to solve it, and you also have multiple puzzles that you can't solve with a certain combination of kits. And we were stuck a few times. Took us quite some time to solve it. I think it was something like 12 hours in total that we spent on it. And this is probably going to be similar. These games are when you get stuck in these games, you tend to get stuck for a bit. It often helps to just get away like I did this time and return a few days later, and then you've given your brain a little bit of time to think about the possible next steps, and then you often figure it out pretty much immediately. And the problem with these games is that you solve one puzzle and then you just get stuck on the next one, but that's half the fun. I guess now that we have the coin, I should probably save before we do this. Now that we have the coin, we can give it to the innkeeper and get something to drink and maybe something to eat as well. It is a silver coin after all. You give the coin to the innkeeper. He mutters a few words which you find hard to understand and indicates somewhere for you to sit. You sit down. Here, young man, what you got to say for yourself? The innkeeper quickly goes back to the next table, which seems to be very lively. Snatches of conversation come to you from the neighboring table. Yeah, it's a lovely pixel art in this game. Good use of color cycling as well in many of the screens. A mission yesterday evening. Masters in right despair. Who went missing? He's a great man. We all feel right sorry for him. I'm telling you. And since then, everything's changed. He's right, queer folk. Yesterday evening, Jeanette told me it's a real pity. Someone must have angered the powers that be. Hey, Rule of Thirds, welcome in. Always Amiga on Wednesdays, World of Commander Wednesdays. So it's a unbreakable rule. Always do those games on Fridays on Free Toast Friday, and then we do Might and Magic on Shelter Saturday. So yeah, you feel free to drop in anytime, man. So we heard a bit of this conversation. I suppose someone is missing. Now, there are definitely evil forces about here. More action like stalking. We talked to the innkeeper. Yeah. Yeah, all of these games look great. Future Wars, Operation Stealth, and Cruise for a Corpse, they all look pretty great. Don't seem to have actually gained anything from this other than just the conversation, but perhaps we can now go into the castle. Some time has obviously passed, so if we give the pendant to the nice little guard here. Come in, my master's waiting. Yeah, we can move on a bit. Good day to you, stranger. I am Thorin, lord of the province of the Lowlands. My man told me of your arrival. You are immediately reassured by the benevolent air of the new arrival. The questions which have been bothering you jostle each other in your head, such as where am I? What is the meaning of this medieval decor? You have a feeling that this man holds the key to the answers. The Lord stares at you long and hard. He begins, you don't seem, and changes his mind. I'm told that you possess an object that might interest me. Can I see it? You hold out the medallion, explaining that you found it in the marshes around the castle. He examines it. I feared the worst, and I wasn't wrong. I suppose that's what happened to the missing man. He fell into the swamp or was killed. This medallion belongs to my daughter Lana. Yesterday she went for a walk in the woods that surround the castle. She has not been seen since. This medallion confirms my worst suspicions. Yeah, so it's his daughter that's gone missing. Probably fell into the swamp or was kidnapped, or both. The Lord's face is so creased with worry that he suddenly seems to age. This is an A4000T, yes. A nice little swiveling door. You can see it on the sticker there. It says Amiga 4000T. This is a lot of an Amiga, as they say. You inform him of the conversation that you heard at the inn. Yes, the people at the monastery had been behaving very strangely ever since the arrival of the new Father Superior. The villagers claim that the monks indulge in very unchristian ceremonies. This may just be idle gossip, but my men have become frightened of venturing near the monastery. Interesting. The villagers are too superstitious, but I still think there's some truth in what they say. Unfortunately, I'm not as strong as I was 20 years ago. The Lord peers at you closely. Stranger, you give me confidence. Find my daughter, and you will be rewarded. You are my last hope. Moved by the man's obvious stress, you're daring enough to tell him, don't worry, sir, I will find your daughter again. If I have to move heaven and earth to do so. Or certainly a hero. You were just a window washer half an hour ago. The Lord then removes the pendant which he has placed around his neck and gives it to you. Take this and give it to my daughter when you have found her, then she will know you're on our side. May the force be with you. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? Different company, different genre. God is sleeping. Let's pilfer his lance. No, it's really not. This is a game by Delphine, which is a French publisher. So this is just a sneaky reference. One they probably wouldn't get away with today, but they got away with it back in 1989. This is not a LucasArts game. This is from the Future Wars Operation Stealth and Cruise for a Corpse series, which is basically a series of 3 games. It was released in 89, 90, and 91. All with a fairly similar interface. This game takes place both in the past and the future. It's pretty weird. What did we get here? We got the lance. Maybe we can perhaps we can use this lance to get this down from the tree. Yeah, they're definitely fans. Who doesn't like a little bit of Star Wars? However, sadly enough, this is not late enough that this little trinket with going closer is still very much a thing. Sorry. I'm going to take tree. Oh, this is very finicky. You have to be in a certain sport to do this, and getting the game to get you there is more difficult than it actually looks. Clicking somewhere doesn't actually mean that he walks directly there. He will just sort of make his way somewhere close. There's a lot of waggling about to get him to be in exactly the right place for this to happen. I'm fairly sure we're actually supposed to do this. Okay, you raise the habit with the lance. Wait for me here, I won't be long. So it's going to change into the monk's outfit. Suit us quite a bit better than the outfit that we borrowed from whoever dipped into the lake. And now we're back, disguised as a monk. Oh, it really seems to be fancy dress time, yeah. Cosplay time. It's cosplay time in Future Wars. So save the game again. I think I've died already like 5 or 10 times. This game is it's definitely not of the LucasArts era where dying in games had mostly become optional. No matter what you do with the later LucasArts games, you never die and you never get soft locked. It's still a crackingly good story and a very scenic and pretty game. Where do we go now is the question. I suppose we could return to the scene of the crime in the swamp. But, I don't think he wants to go into the swamp again. Didn't much like it there. No, I don't really feel like going back to the swamp. Now we ended up here after teleporting from the office from where we were. We seem to have been warped in time several centuries, really. I wonder if the... Okay. Can't go to the inn anymore. Sort of just wondering where we're supposed to go at this point. Can we go down here? Yes, we can. Okay. Nice doggy. A large wolf stares at you ferociously. I suppose this is the cloister. Is this where we use Lance Armstrong? No, it's not. I suppose if we walk over here, we're gonna get eaten. That's also fun. Let's try being wolf fodder. Too close. And a sharp moment. A sharp movement, a wolf has snapped you up. For you, everything ends very quickly. Goodbye, poor adventurer. Yeah. So we can go pretty close to the wolf, but not all the way. We have one trick that we found out by accident when we were trying to figure out what to do here at the lake. We can fill up a plastic bag with water. I suppose we could try and dump water on the wolf. Okay, that's probably what we're supposed to do. We need to go close enough, but not too close. How close can we actually get? I'll have to try it again. Actually able to get pretty close. Something like this. Well played. This electronic wolf has been blown to smithereens. Well, I guess that wasn't a real wolf. was a robot of some sort. How nice. Into the monastery we go. Yeah, I caught up to what it was that we needed to do, but I got a little bit off center. And of course the monks immediately killed us. I'll have to do this again. Should remember to actually save before we go into the monastery. Use plastic bag on lake. We have limited time to actually get there because the bag leaks. Now the game sort of told us when we were close enough. Yeah, that's it. The wolf sort of lowered his head when we got close enough to throw the bag. Sort of a subtle hint from the game. That's over and done with. Into the monastery we go. Let's open that door again. Suppose as long as we walk in this circle we can go in the doors. What do we have here? It's a little cup in yellow metal, maybe it's made of gold. Is that Scotland ready, brother? You've been taken by surprise and so you stupidly obey orders without understanding them. Good. We can begin the second phase, go and inform the supervisor. I'm sort of hoping we might be able to what are you waiting for? For a Burgok to do your ritual? No, I suppose we need to get out of here. Can't stay in here anymore, at least. That's for sure. Stepped out of the line. Tough little game. See what happens if we just sneak in the door here very quickly. Go right. Okay, he's standing right there. Okay. He's standing right over the cup, so our chances of just taking it are pretty slim. A wine cellar. Nothing of interest here. And note that it doesn't say barrels, which means that we need to examine each and every individual one. Which we will. There's a lot of pixel hunting in this game. It's just the sort of game it is. Hit the front of the barrel, the sound it makes indicates that it's empty. This one is also empty. So is this one. And this one. And this one as well. And this one. Or what? This one was empty. This one is as well. This one is. It's just the one barrel there on the left. Or on the right in the middle. That's the only one that's actually full. Okay. I suppose we need the cup. I suppose that's the head honcho's office here. Brother, go and fetch me a cup of Jigapog. I feel my Shrapir pricking me. Not sure I've ever had any Shrapir. It's quite difficult to actually make sure that he sticks close enough to the wall that we don't get caught while not accidentally going through the door. Sort of a click fest here to walk this tiny little path. Okay. Our brother from another mother is gone, so I guess we can pick up this cup. Don't think there's much of anything else in this room to examine. Doesn't actually appear to be anything else in here. Looks can be deceiving though. Guess we now go to the wine cellar. Might save though, in case we get caught. Okay. Now we use the cup with this barrel. Okay, so we fill the cup with wine, and goodness, it doesn't taste bad. We can't get drunk. How sad. About time. Give me that checkerbox quickly. Hold the cup out to him. Black. This isn't checkerbox. Uh-oh. I'll get my own back. And the Father Superior falls down dead drunk. What an unfortunate turn of events for him, but relatively fortunate for us. You search the Father Superior, and in one of his pockets you find a box that looks like an infrared remote control device. You take the remote control device. Nice little library here. Library is full of books and trinkets, but nothing of interest to you. And there's this other piece of furniture here. It's a piece of wooden furniture carved with a battle scene. A rather crudely made wooden table. Okay, so what we got was this control device. I'm sure we're supposed to use somewhere. Question is more, where do we potentially use it? Might try it in here. Maybe this is a fake wall. There's a little magnetic card inside the piece of furniture. The back of the card bears the following inscription: Bio Challenge. You wait for a few moments in expectation. These words seem familiar to you, but you can't remember where you heard them before. Take the card. Magnetic card. Where could we potentially use this card? Suppose we save. Particularly hard to walk. here without accidentally moving into that room, but that's fine. Don't think there's actually anything in here we can use this on. So that basically means that we're not able to do this. We need something to interact with to be able to use it. So this room is out of the question at least. Let's try the wine cellar room. Also have this control device. I guess we should try it on the various barrels in here. No, I don't think they have one-man conquer. The people from Ash's chat are very shy in here. You don't have to be afraid. I don't bite, I swear. I just tell really bad dad jokes. Use the control device on one of the barrels and there's a secret passage. We're back in this weird control room we were in before, or a very similar room. There's Thorin's daughter. Your heart begins to beat very hard because you feel you're approaching your goal. Suppose this is where we make an alternate save. Talking 8-bit voice, he said.
Hope that works. One-man conquer, thanks for redeeming it. Seems appropriate for the game as well. What's in here? Yeah, you haven't heard this. This is the robot voice. I made this little trinket using the voice mode software. It's a combination of a few of the effects that were there. Okay, there's some sort of control panel there, some sort of console. There's his daughter Lana. She seems to be asleep. The young girl is extremely beautiful. And you ask yourself whether she is not the reason for your feeling of disquiet. Might be. So one of those. This is very similar to the room that we were in when we escaped from the security guard. There's the same sort of teleport here. How do we operate this? We have a magnetic keycard. Should we use it on the console? I think I accidentally went back. A little closer, he said. Fine. Okay, that should probably do it. Naturally, you can't understand a word the machine is saying to you. Frankly, even I sometimes have difficulty understanding it. You hear a faint clicking noise, and that's it. The case opens, releasing the beautiful Lana. Thank you for setting me free, stranger. My name is Lana, daughter of Thorin. You hold out the pendant to her, saying, I'm a friend. Your father sent me to look for you. Here is the medallion. She examines it and is reassured that is indeed my father's medallion, so I can trust you. A determined look comes into her eyes. We must be quick now. I hope they have not yet began. Phase 2. Not quite understanding what she's talking about, you let her take the lead. The young girl types a long message on the keyboard. As she types, she says to you, their scorsum is ready, but we're just in time to stop them activating it. Don't dare ask for explanation in case she seems to be too busy to answer you. He continues typing on the keyboard. Finally, she turns to you and says, that's it. It ought to be over quite quickly now. I programmed the destruction of their scrug. Quick, let's get away before the whole thing explodes. He points the pendant at you and instantly teleported away. Lana, father. I was so worried. Everything's alright now, father. The scrug has been destroyed. And it's thanks to our friend. It is he who rescued me from the monks. Thank you, friend. I knew the minute I saw you that you were a man of valor. Lara and I can never thank you enough for the help you have given us. Of course, you say what people usually say in such cases. Oh, think nothing of it. I was just lucky. Lala stares at you for a moment and interrupts you. I didn't notice it in the scrug, but you don't talk like the people around here. And Lord agrees. Yes, where are you from, young man? When are you from might be more to the point. Yeah, it is more to the point for the future. Yeah, I do have a 6502 processor implemented from the bill. Then you tell them your story, how you discovered the laboratory, the teleporter, and the swamp. The Lord exchanges a look with his daughter and replies, I think we owe you an explanation, young man. Follow me. Here we are, no one will disturb us here.
5 minutes are up. Thanks for redeeming it, Old Man Conka. First of all, you need to know that we're in the year 1304, the time transporter took you back 686 years into the past. Okay, that explains a bit. But that's impossible. Time travel is nothing but science fiction. We do like science fiction, and we do like the impossible. It is science fiction for your era, but for us, it's an indisputable scientific reality. Yes, Lana and I were born in the 41st century. We've traveled 3,000 years back in time. So in a sense, we're your distant descendants. My real name is Lear Bailey, and this is my daughter Luann. We're agents of Triangle, the Institute of Time Research. We were sent here to investigate possible Kruon activity. Kruons? Yes, we discovered the Kruons during our space explorations. They're a nation which originated on Betelgeuse. They're violent and bloodthirsty humanoids with whom we've been at war for more than a century. They possess a technology which is far more advanced than ours, and they thus have the advantage in this war. Luckily for us, they have not completely mastered their technology because they did not create it. They used the artifacts left behind by a civilization that has disappeared. It was a civilization which must have had immeasurable power if the wonders of the technology are anything to go by. These wonders enabled our civilization and that of the Cruans to take a giant step. The art of time travel was revealed to us when we translated their ancient writings. But even though we can use it, I must confess that the technique uses laws which are very far from being perfectly understood. Unfortunately, the Cruans also took over this invention and we are afraid they will use it against us. So we take the place of Lord Thorin and his daughter in order to pursue our investigations. The Lord and his daughter are now in a state of suspended animation until our mission is completed. They are now under psychohypnosis, which means they're in a sort of trance. When they wake up, they will believe they have been living normally for the last few days. So they will not be aware of what has happened to them, and they can continue to live as before. So your time travel is very discreet. Of course, we could not let the course of events be altered. The most we could do is alter them slightly so no major changes occur. But what about the Cruans? They don't give the impression that they care about any changes they might cause. Yes, that's exactly why we're here, but for the moment, the most thorny problem is you. Me? Yes, now you know things which no human being of your time ought to know about. I must admit I'm rather out of my depth in this situation. By rights, I ought to put you into a hypnotic trance as well, but to be honest, I find it difficult to take that decision in view of all the help you have given us. I think it would be better to refer the matter to the Supreme Council. Rowan will take you to the council. I'll join you later once I've erased every trace of our presence here. Come. Here are the time transporters we're going to use. This one is mine. And here is yours. So that's the device that we step to in the office, and was a time transporter. Sort of explains how we got sent 700 years back in time. I'm very surprised at how like the Cruan machines they are. But it's not so surprising because they originate from the same technology, that of the ancients. Here, I think you'll feel more comfortable in these overalls. Change time again. We look dashing. Are you ready? Ready. Chrono porter set to the year 4315. Bon voyage. Luan, what's happened? Where's she gone? That did definitely not go as planned. You wait for a moment hoping to see her reappear, but you're out of luck. There are definitely some days on which nothing goes right. Just adjust the display here a little bit. Here you are alone again, where when ruins all around you are eerie, you're thinking to yourself, this isn't the kind of place where I choose to spend my holidays. Guess we save, use a different slot. And let me take a look around. Either something that we did in the past has caused the future to become severely changed, or we were sent to a different era. There's Barney Rubble. The wall still miraculously seems to be holding up. You ask yourself what could have caused it such a disaster. Ruined buildings in the distance. Yeah. Ruins and debris litter the ground. Can we actually get up there? Don't think we can. This is basically it. It does appear to be an item there. Don't think there is. It's a little metal box. I knew it was something. When you open it, you find it contains fuses. Pick up the box. Okay.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host the show.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for the host, Brother Bill. These are all just generic ruins and rubble and so on. Not sure we can actually walk much further here. Maybe we can. No, we can't. We can go back. Can we go in this direction? No. Possibly we can go in this one. Yeah. What? Hey there, Texas Footballer, welcome in. We finished up Maniac Mansion in a matter of 5 minutes earlier and spun the game wheel and it picked a new game for us, which is Future Wars by Delphine. We've been having quite a bit of fun with it. It's a fun game, even though the interface is a little bit archaic. It has very pretty pixel art. Sometimes it even has decently good music. I do have the background music on as well. How to find where we could possibly walk from here. Looks easy, but it actually isn't. Okay, we don't seem to be able to exit the screen from that side. Maybe we can go here. No. This does seem to be the only place we can actually go. We can walk all the way to the back here, but it seems that we can't exit the screen. Can get very close to it though. Excuse me. There must be another object here though, with which we can interact in some way. We have the fuses that we found. Still have the documents that we pilfered from the office where we originally traveled back in time. Still have the lance. We have the key. That's about it. Sort of wondering why they're drawing attention to exactly this piece of the wall here. I wonder if we can use the lance as a pole to jump over some of this. Get out of this. Where was it that I found that we could walk here? Okay, there's something in this rubble over there. Brush away some more of the rubble and uncover a manhole cover. We're exploring the town's sewage system. I've mentioned this before on this stream that it seems that every game that we play here is in some way or another revolves around sewers. Don't know why that is. Make a new save. What do we have here? Seemingly very little actually. I suppose you could say that. Texas was spoiler. Okay, so this is the this is as far left as we can go. Let's see. There's actually nothing to examine in any of these. Not obviously in any case. So walk along this path here. You're a woman shouting, "Help, help." A woman and child are in the grasp of some extraterrestrial being. "Help us, sir, please, save my child," the young woman cries. Yes, this is the time to use the lance. Won't produce any results. Got to close. After this delicious meal, the creature leaves to go back to its lair for a nap, leaving the child and his mother unharmed. It's not much consolation for you, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah. Eaten by an extraterrestrial being in a sewer 2000 years in the future. Such is our destiny, it seems. Okay, det är bra där. Now, how could we possibly tackle this? Definitely need something to attack this creature, that's for sure. I'm thinking whether we can use some way of getting to the other side so we can get past this. Maybe we can't. Stay put. No, I don't know either. I'm just trying everything. I'm kind of annoyed that building a strip club next to the local golf course. Imagine trying to have a nice relaxing Sunday and looking across to see a bunch of losers playing golf. Yeah. If there's one thing that this channel always has, it's a bunch of old games and a bunch of bad jokes. It's sort of what this is about. That joke, rather. What's an orange and what's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. That might be one of the worst ones I've heard ever out of the bot. Okay, what is it we're supposed to do here? If we get too close, the creature eats us. Nothing in the inventory actually works. Can't use the lance to jump over because we have nothing to operate it with. Can't use it on its own. Nothing to really examine here anywhere either. Beg you, don't go away. Stand still. More action and less talking. Creature isn't interested in having a little chat with us either. doesn't want us to leave, but I can't really see how we could help her, at least not at this current point in time. We're missing something that we need. Missing some object or another that we need to be able to help her. There's precious little down here, pretty much nothing. There's a tap over there. Nothing happens. Nothing happens when you operate the tap. Is there another one somewhere here? And try following this pipe. See if we can find another tap. Not obviously. This is basically the only thing that's here. Hey there, Amigo Live, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, guys. Hope you had a nice stream. We're playing Future Wars on the Amiga. We just started playing this tonight and we're about maybe 3 hours into it. We've made it into the compulsory sewer part of every adventure and the role-playing game that we seem to play. We have to be able to interact with this tap in some way or another. Doesn't want to pick it up. Doesn't want to operate it. None of the items in the inventory work with it either. Remains a mystery. That's the trapped woman. I wish I could help her, but if I get too close, the monster eats me, and there's nothing in our inventory that seems to work here. That would suggest there's something on the surface that we didn't find. Some item that we could potentially use. Try that, then we'll think about wrapping up the stream soon enough. Been at it for more than 3 hours now, 3 hours just in just with this game, though we spent about half an hour with Sack or with Maniac Mansion as well, which we managed to complete tonight. That's over and done with. There are a couple of these Delphine games left on the Amiga roster. This one, Operation Stealth, and Cruise for Corpse, which is the most recent of them. We can go up and down here as we please, it seems. Wonder if we can I didn't say I wanted to go in there. Go up again, please. This game ping can be a little bit finicky sometimes. The rubble there, and we already examined. That's where we found the manhole cover. There's some rubble here as well. Doesn't really want to do anything with this particular rubble. Building looks like it's been split in half. Sort of wondering if we could use the lance to jump over it earlier, but that doesn't really seem to work. And there's this section of the wall here. But we tried operating on that. There's another piece of rubble over here. There's nothing there in this piece of rubble. Nothing here either, it seems. You have better things to do, says the game, but that's not necessarily true. I could have sworn we could walk into the distance into one of these screens here, but you can't seem to be able to do that. Can walk pretty far, but this is about as far as we can go. Yeah, you can't do that. No, let's not do that. You can't examine that. There's no point in that. Let's not waste our time on that. This game has like 3 or 4 default sentences, which it uses with most things. We don't seem to be able to go up here really. This is pretty much it. We get it down into the sewers again. That's where we'll save. Take our leave of this game for now. Hey there, Amiga Live. Thanks again for the raid. Welcome in. I'm just about to wrap up here. We've been at this for about 3 hours and we're basically a little bit stuck. We're in this sewer here and there are 2 puzzles. There's a tap that we probably need to break somehow. I don't seem to have anything in the inventory that I can use to do so. Tried operating it and I've tried removing it, and I've tried everything that I currently have in the inventory with it. None of that seems to actually work, which suggests that we need some object that we haven't found yet. It's probably here somewhere, but we've been at this for a while and we made decently good progress, so I'm thinking we call this a night pretty much. Not having much luck pixel hunting on these screens in this sewer. If there is a pixel here somewhere, it's tiny. Doesn't mean it's not there, it just means that I haven't been able to find it yet. And there's another puzzle here, slightly further on. There's a lady trapped here by some weird monster. We get too close, it eats us, which solves one problem but creates another one, which is the fact that we're dead. So I think I'll call that a stream. Well, thanks for the raid anyways. Sorry for stopping just after you raided me, and that's pretty much my end time, usually around 1 AM my time, plus minus. Let's see who's on and who we could potentially raid. I see Tonda is on. He's doing a Mr. Arcade night. That seems like a perfect thing to send you guys to. Tonda is a great retro streamer, you know, Twitch variety streamer. I think I'll hand you over to his safe hands. I'll set up the raid. Thanks for the raid, Amiga Live and Ash, and thanks for redeeming Talking 8-Bit Voice, One Man Conga. Thanks for the follow, Elliot 427, Caffeine Daydream, Ron the Faro, Finemon, You Rage Quit Loser, and Ratatouille, Sawbus, and Vespertine. Thanks for the raid as well, Will Torres, and lovely seeing all of you here tonight. I hope you come back. We're back on Friday with Betrayal at Grondor, and on Saturday with Sheltem Saturday, Might and Magic World of Scene. Until then, you have an excellent rest of the night, and good night people, sleep well.